There is a Ford F-150 sitting in a driveway somewhere in America right now with 400,000 miles on the original engine. Not a rebuilt engine, not a replacement block. The original engine that rolled off the assembly line, still starting on the first crank, still holding compression, still doing everything it was built to do. And the owner of that truck is not special. They did not get lucky with a particularly good engine off the line. They did not use some exotic, expensive product that most people have never heard of. What they did, consistently, without exception, from the day they drove that truck off the lot, is follow a specific set of oil change practices that the majority of F-150 owners either do not know about, do not understand completely, or know about and do not take seriously enough to actually implement. Today, I am giving you every single element of that practice. The correct oil, the correct interval, the correct filter, the things you should be doing between oil changes that most owners never do, and the specific mistakes that are quietly shortening the life of F-150 engines across every configuration, the 5-liter Coyote, the EcoBoost twins, and everything in between. Because here is the truth that Ford dealers and quick lube shops both have a financial interest in keeping vague. The difference between an F-150 engine that makes it to 400,000 miles and one that starts showing serious wear at 150,000 is almost entirely determined by oil. Not which oil you buy, though that matters, but how you think about oil, how seriously you take it, and how consistently you do the things that cost almost nothing but make an extraordinary difference over the lifetime of the engine. Let's get into it. The interval debate and why most F-150 owners are getting it wrong. The heart of your F-150 is its engine. Regular oil changes are the single most important service you will ever perform on this truck. That sentence sounds like something you would read on a service department wall, but it is also simply true. And understanding why it is true is the first step toward getting the interval question right. Your F-150 has an intelligent oil life monitor, a sophisticated system that calculates remaining oil service, life based on engine operating conditions, rather than just mileage. It considers cold starts, short trips, engine temperature, and RPM. It displays oil life percentage in the instrument cluster and illuminates the service light when oil life reaches 10% remaining. This system is genuinely more sophisticated than a fixed mileage sticker. But the owners who have the highest mileage F-150s, the ones in the 200,000, 300,000, and 400,000 mile club, almost universally share one practice around this monitor that separates them from the average owner. They do not wait for 0%. They do not wait for 10%. They change the oil when the monitor hits somewhere between 20 and 30% remaining, treating it as an early warning system rather than a countdown timer. On a truck doing a mix of city and highway driving, that typically means an oil change every 5,000 miles. Here is why this matters more than most people appreciate. The Oil Life Monitor's algorithm is excellent at estimating oil condition under average conditions, but it cannot directly measure the oil's actual chemical state. It cannot detect whether a specific stretch of driving produced more fuel dilution than average. It cannot account for the specific degradation rate of a particular oil brand. And it is calibrated with a conservative buffer. That means by the time it reads 15%, the oil has already been working hard for a significant period. Short trip driving is the variable most owners never think about. Under 10 miles per trip from a cold start is dramatically harder on engine oil than highway driving. Every cold start introduces moisture and unburned fuel vapors into the engine oil. When the engine reaches full operating temperature, the contamination burns off and exits through the PCV system. When the engine never reaches full operating temperature on a short trip, the contamination stays in the oil. It accumulates, it dilutes the oil's lubricating properties. And over dozens of short trips between oil changes, the oil's actual condition degrades significantly faster than the monitor's calculation accounts for. The 5-liter Coyote V8 is legendary for reliability, but it thrives on consistent operating temperatures. Short trips kill oil life because the engine never gets hot enough to boil off that condensation and fuel contamination. The practice that protects F-150 engines specifically against short-trip driving is straightforward. If your F-150 is primarily used for short trips under 10 miles each, change the oil every 3,000 to 4,000 miles, regardless of what the monitor reads. If your driving is primarily highway at consistent speeds and regular operating temperature, the 5,000 to 7,500 mile interval is appropriate with full synthetic. This is not a one-size-fits-all answer. It is an honest calibration of the interval to your actual driving pattern. Many F-150 mechanics and longtime owners recommend 5,000 to 7,500 mile intervals, regardless of what the oil life monitor indicates. Not because the monitor is wrong, but because the cost of changing oil slightly early is essentially zero compared to the cost of the accumulated wear that results from running oil past its actual protective window. The oil specification that most F-150 owners get wrong. Your F-150 needs specific oil types. Most models require oil that meets Ford's engineering specifications. Using the right oil is as important as changing it on time. This point, using the right oil is as important as changing it on time, is one that most F-150 owners have never read and would not believe if they did. Oil is oil, right? You get the right viscosity and you are done. You are not done. And understanding why requires understanding what Ford's oil specification numbers actually mean. Ford's oil specifications are not just viscosity requirements. They are complete chemical specifications that define the additive package the oil must contain, the friction modifiers, the detergents, the anti-wear additives, the viscosity index improvers that keep the oil from thinning too much at high temperature or thickening too much at cold temperature. Every element of the oil's chemistry is specified to match the internal tolerances, metallurgy, and operating characteristics of your specific Ford engine. EcoBoost engines need full synthetic oil. PowerBoost hybrid configurations have their own specific requirements, and the EcoBoost specifically is the engine where oil specification matters most, because turbochargers are oil-cooled and oil-lubricated. The oil that reaches the turbocharger bearing housing needs to maintain its viscosity and its film strength under the extreme heat that turbocharger operation generates. Using an oil with incorrect viscosity can affect performance, fuel economy, and potentially cause engine damage. Modern engines have tighter tolerances designed for specific oil viscosities, and the EcoBoost turbocharger bearing is the component with the least tolerance for deviation from specification. For the 5-liter Coyote V8, the correct specification is 5W20 full synthetic in most current model year applications. For the EcoBoost engines, the 2.7-liter and 3.5-liter turbo configurations, 5W30 full synthetic meeting Ford's WSSM 2C 946A specification is the target. Check your owner's manual for your specific engine and model year. The specification that matters is not the one on the oil bottle's front label. It is the certification mark that confirms the oil has been tested and verified to meet Ford's complete chemical requirements, not just the viscosity range. When choosing full synthetic oil for high-mileage F-150 trucks, look for additives that specifically improve shear stability. Over 10,000 miles, lesser oils break down and become too thin to protect the cam phasers and timing chains. The Achilles heel of the Coyote engine, the cam phasers and timing chain. This is the specific anatomical detail that separates high-mileage Coyote ownership knowledge from general oil change advice. The Coyote's variable valve timing system uses oil pressure to actuate the cam phasers, the components that advance and retard camshaft timing to optimize power and efficiency across the RPM range. Those phasers depend on oil pressure and oil film strength to function correctly. Oil that has sheared beyond its designed viscosity range, that has thinned to the point where it cannot maintain adequate pressure at the phaser actuation passages, produces the cam phaser rattle that Coyote owners report and that mechanics identify as one of the most consistent high-mileage wear complaints on this engine. Quality oil changed at the correct interval is the complete prevention for cam phaser issues. It is not a mysterious problem. It is not bad luck. It is an oil maintenance outcome. The filter that most F-150 owners never think about. The oil filter on your F-150 is doing two critical jobs simultaneously. It is removing metallic wear particles, combustion byproducts, and contaminants from the oil on every pass through the lubrication circuit. And through its anti-drainback valve, it is keeping oil in the filter between starts, so that when you turn the key, the filter is already full of oil, and pressurized delivery to critical engine surfaces begins immediately rather than after a brief refill period. The anti-drainback valve is the component that most owners have never thought about, and that makes the most meaningful difference between a quality filter and a cheap one. A quality anti-drainback valve holds oil in the filter through overnight cold soaks and extended shutdown periods. A cheap filter's inferior anti-drainback valve allows oil to drain back into the pan between starts, producing a brief moment of elevated wear on every startup that accumulates across thousands of starts over the engine's life. Use Motorcraft, Purolator, or Wix filters on your F-150. These are the filter brands that experienced Ford mechanics personally use on their own trucks. Not because of brand loyalty, but because the quality of the filter media, the anti-drainback valve performance, and the bypass valve calibration on these brands is verified to match what Ford's engineering team specified for the engine. The cost difference between a Motorcraft filter and the cheapest shelf alternative is $2 to $4 per oil change. Over the life of a high-mileage F-150, that $2 to $4 is the least expensive engine protection investment available to any owner at any budget level. Use quality filters, every single change, without exception. The between-change habits that separate 200,000-mile engines from 400,000-mile engines. You cannot blindly trust the oil life monitor. You have to check the dipstick regularly. There are documented cases across the F-150 community where trusting the monitor without checking the actual level has led to engines running critically low on oil between changes, with real consequences for internal component wear. Ford considers consumption of up to 1 quart per 3,000 miles acceptable on turbocharged EcoBoost engines. Significantly higher consumption than that indicates an issue requiring professional attention. But even acceptable consumption, 1 quart over 3,000 miles, means your EcoBoost can lose meaningful oil level between a 5,000-mile oil change interval. If you are not checking the level monthly, you may be running the last 2,000 miles of that interval with oil below the full mark. Monthly oil level checks cost 2 minutes and nothing else. Check with the engine warm and the truck sitting for 5 minutes. This gives an accurate reading with oil fully drained from the upper engine, but still at operating temperature viscosity. If the level is approaching the minimum mark, add oil before your next change. Do not wait for the low oil warning light. By the time that light illuminates, the level is already critically low, and the pressure reduction has already been felt by every component that depends on full pressure. Check the oil's condition while you check the level. Pull the dipstick, wipe it on a white rag, and look at the oil color in natural light. Fresh oil is amber to light brown and translucent. Oil due for a change is dark brown with reduced translucency. Oil past due is dark to black and opaque. If you can see through the oil film on the white rag in natural light, it has service life remaining. If you cannot, change it regardless of what the monitor says. Check all other fluid levels monthly at the same time. Coolant level, brake fluid level, washer fluid. These checks together take 5 minutes. They catch the slow developing issues, the minor coolant seep, the gradually depleting brake fluid, while they are still minor and inexpensive, rather than after they have become serious and costly. The complete 400,000-mile oil routine. Here is everything in one place. This is what the F-150 owners in the 400,000-mile club have in common, applied consistently from the first oil change to wherever the odometer ends up. Full synthetic oil meeting Ford's engine-specific certification. Not just the correct viscosity, but the confirmed specification certification. Changed every 5,000 miles for mixed city and highway driving. Every 3,000 to 4,000 miles for primarily short-trip city driving. Every 7,500 miles for primarily highway driving at consistent speeds. Never past 30% remaining on the oil life monitor regardless of mileage. Quality filter, Motorcraft, Purolator, or Wix, changed at every oil change without exception. Oil level checked monthly with the engine warm. Condition assessed visually on a white rag in natural light. Oil added before the level reaches the minimum mark. Never after. And here is the habit that ties everything together. The one that the highest mileage F-150 owners share more consistently than any other single practice on this list. They keep records. A small notebook in the glove box. A note in their phone. A spreadsheet at home. It does not matter the format. What matters is that every oil change is documented. Date, mileage, oil brand, specification confirmed, filter brand, level at the time of change, and any observation about the oil's condition when it was drained. That record tells a story over time. It tells you whether your consumption rate is increasing, which is an early indicator of ring or valve seal wear that can be addressed before it becomes serious and expensive. It tells you whether your oil is coming out darker than it should for a given interval, which indicates either a driving pattern change or a combustion issue introducing more byproducts than normal. And it gives you a complete documented maintenance history that is the single most valuable asset a used F-150 can have when it comes time to sell. The buyer who sees 5 years of oil change records with consistent intervals, quality products, and no gaps is looking at a truck that was maintained by someone who understood what they were doing. That documentation translates directly into sale price and into buyer confidence. And it costs nothing to create beyond the habit of writing it down every time. The secret to 400,000 miles in a Ford F-150 is not a product. It is not an additive. It is not a service that most people cannot access or afford. It is the consistent practice of treating engine oil with the same seriousness that the engineers who designed these engines intended when they specified exactly what the oil should be, exactly when it should be changed, and exactly what to watch for in between. Every element of that practice is available to every F-150 owner right now. None of it is complicated. None of it is expensive. And the compounding effect of doing all of it consistently from the day you buy the truck to the day you sell it is the difference between an engine that goes the distance and one that does not. How many miles do you currently have on your F-150, and what oil change interval have you been running? Drop a comment below. We genuinely want to hear from this community. Subscribe for more Ford truck tips, maintenance guides, and everything the dealership hopes you never figure out. New video every Tuesday and Friday. We will see you in the next one.